Yo, Mike here with Backpacking TV, and I hope that you're doing well. Considering all the wintry conditions we've got here on the eastern side of the United States at the time of making this video, I figured now would be a perfect time to talk about hiking in the snow and how better to actually enjoy it. I want to say that this isn't going to be a video where we talk about survival and bushcraft and super hardcore stuff. No, this is just a video about how to have more fun when you're out in the snow and how to be more comfortable. So I'm going to talk about two main points here. One big sexy one, and that's going to be the gear. Everybody loves talking about hiking gear. And we're also going to talk about more of like a psychological level. Something to consider about hiking in adverse conditions is that it's intimidating for a lot of people because it's kind of shown to be this extreme activity. And yeah, hiking in deep snow or icy conditions can be more dangerous, but it doesn't have to be dangerous if you adjust your standards. And that's my big point that I want to make here. You don't have to go on the same epic hike that you might otherwise go on. What's important is that you take advantage of the time you have to just get outside, even if it means doing something small. There's always a local hike to the top of some local mountain that's actually just kind of a hill. You know, it's not got any crazy views, but it's pretty sparse, not many people go to it, and it's perfect for a little snow hike. All that matters is that you use the time you have to get out there and just do it. So now we're going to talk about gear, specifically more gear, and why you should always have more gear than you think you need. Because you want more so that you can add it on if you need it and take it right back off if you don't. Specifically, what I want to talk about are shell layers, because these are oftentimes neglected, especially by new hikers. Because when you're going off to the woods and it's cold, it makes sense to want to surround yourself with something big and warm and poofy, right? But what they don't do is they don't protect you from the elements quite like a shell layer would. So here, I brought a shell jacket. These hardly weigh anything. Now I made a whole video that's about layering and the purpose of that top layer. So go over it really quick. The bottom layer, the first layer, that wicks moisture off of you. The second layer is an insulating layer that keeps the heat inside. And then this last layer that we're gonna put on is the shell layer, the outer layer. And the outer layer's job is to keep the outside from coming in. Fun fact about cold, did you know that it doesn't exist? Cold is merely the absence of heat. So whenever you're cold, what you're actually feeling is you're feeling something, some external force sapping the heat away from your body. And that's no good, which is where shell layers come in. So this is my shell. This is an Arc'teryx Beta AR. I'll tell you right now, this thing is pricey, and you don't have to spend a lot of money to get a good shell. There's definitely a curve of diminishing returns here. Now some people will have their shell jacket, but they'll neglect the shell pants. So these are shell pants. These are by Stio. These are called Rollick rain pants, and they go on over the top of whatever you're wearing. Like I said earlier, it's all about what you can take on and off quickly in order to maximize comfort. These are gonna do the same thing as the jacket. They're gonna prevent that wind from getting into your pants. And after that, we've got another winter essential, and that's gonna be some big boy gloves. Oftentimes when I'm out in cold conditions, I'll bring something like this. So lightweight, and I can operate my phone and other gizmos and gadgets. This is a little less convenient, but my goodness, are they warm. You can see my hands pretty red. These aren't doing the trick. And in the grand scheme of things, they hardly weigh anything. And it is so awesome to be out there, freezing your little fingies off and know that you have these big bad boys in your pack here that you can throw on. So bring the big heavy gloves. And of course, no list would be complete without some extra socks. Ideally, you're gonna want some waterproof boots. So maybe, hopefully you don't need extra socks, but always bring extra socks, even if it's just a day hike. Sometimes you take a real slosher, you step in the mud gets into your boots, no bueno. Have some extra socks. So those are the two main points that I wanted to get across here. Adjust your hikes to be a little bit less extreme. Go for something small, take it easy, and make sure that when you're out there, you have significantly more than you need and that you have those extra layers needed to not just keep you warm,
but also to repel the cold. Because believe it or not, though they sound similar, they're two different things. So you all take care of yourselves, you stay safe, and maybe I'll see you out there on the trail. I'm Mike with Backpacking TV, and stay warm.